Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham Racing. Tonight it is round 12. We are heading to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We have 2 days to go till we arrive in Budapest. Let's quickly advance time those couple of days. And we have a spare front wing at last. Right. Let's take a quick look. Well, I say we have a spare front wing. We have a replacement front wing. We don't have any spares at the moment. Well, no, this is a brand new one, isn't it? We rushed these ones. This is our brand new front wing. Our potentially final upgrade of the season. And we don't have any money to make any additional spare parts. I've got a spare rear wing, a spare side pod, a spare underfloor, a spare suspension. But that's assuming that both cars are running all of the same parts. It looks like they are. Yes, they are. So, we don't have a spare front wing, we don't have a spare chassis. Just have to be hopeful that we don't do anything silly this weekend. And then we've got another very short turnaround of just 1 week until the next Grand Prix. So, we'll be able to get a spare couple of wings, but we won't be able to get a spare chassis. So, we just need to get through the next 2 races without breaking the chassis. And then we can try and build up our supply of spares over the mid-season break. But we also have a whole bunch of research that's about to finish. I haven't got any money. I desperately need a big influx of cash to be able to take advantage of our boosted design center while we still have it. Time's got to be running out. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this ticks off before we get any more money through. In fact, when is our next sponsor payment due? Please be soon. It's after Belgium. I don't think we'll have the boost by then, unfortunately. I might be wrong, but I'm kind of hoping that we'll still have it here, but I somehow doubt we will. How you doing, Amy? How you doing, Tony? Patkins, Farah, good to see you guys. Hello to anyone else who's lurking in the chat. Right, weather-wise, it's going to be a very wet Grand Prix. Very wet. Dry weekend up until that point. On paper, our car is still appallingly bad. No surprise there. How are drivers feeling going into this weekend? Let's have a look. 87, 87, 90. They are strong pace stats for Ricardo. Good to see. What's his adaptability at this weekend? 87. Would have been nice to have that in the 90s, but we'll take an 87. That's a pretty good number. Let's take a look at George. A little dip into negativity again for George. He's at 89, 91, 92. So he has dipped slightly. Not quite as high as he was. But it does still have that all-important 100 adaptability heading into what is going to be probably our wettest race of the season so far. Yeah, that could be very, very useful indeed. Right, let's set our targets for tonight. Once again, 18th or higher for both. Above what the car can theoretically do, but certainly well within the bounds of capability of our drivers.
Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. We've arrived at the Hungaroring, located just outside Budapest. It's one of the shortest laps on the F1 calendar. Drivers are forced close together on this track, jostling for position and defending their space to the end. Lewis Hamilton marked the previous race with yet another win and proved that he still has the tenacity to succeed in this sport. It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama.
You're winning your sprint, are you, Tony? Well, fingers crossed for you that you can sustain that. Let's give Tommy a run. And we'll go with Jack as well, why not? We'll put them on soft tyres. It's a short lap, we'll go 21 laps of fuel. We will switch out the parts this time, because I forgot to do that last time. Okay, we want a high downforce setup here. I'm going to go with a 10-15. Let's go with a 4-6. Not sure what I need to do here. Let's go with something like that. Even the safety clock. For Jack, yeah, let's swap out the parts. So, older engine. Older ERS. And I've literally just had a notification. The painters are finally turning up tomorrow, apparently. Finally get a timetable on when I can put my room back together. I've still got half my stuff camped out in my bathroom. Let's see. Let's go with a 6-4 on this one. We'll push that all the way up. And we'll leave that about there. And let's send them out.
Just a radio check.
Copy, radio check.
Our radio's loud and clear.
Copy.
Ah, that's a very interesting month of PlayStation Plus that's just been announced. Ghostwire Tokyo.
Tyre temps are still low.
Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. And the brand new Death Note game. That's going to be a day one release. Definitely going to be checking that out. Big fan of Death Note. Right, only 42% for Jack. Not the best start.
Yeah, roger that.
Let's go up to a 10 on the wing. That is definitely the wrong way. Actually, let's bring that down. Look, go back to an 8.5. Let's go with a 1.9. Let's bring this down. Might actually push that back up a bit more as well. Let's go with something like that. See how that shakes out. Now, will Jack get back on track before we get full feedback from Tommy? I think absolutely we will. Oh, comfortably. Yeah, Tommy's had a bit of a rough run in F3 recently, so I'm hoping that giving him a run out here in FP1 will help boost his F3 performances.
Everything okay?
Because it'll give him that little bit of a positive mentality boost that he's been given the chance to take part in an FP1. Might hopefully boost his stats a little and help improve his performances in F3, which will then boost his mentality a little bit more and hopefully become a bit more self-sustaining. Because Christian Mansell's been absolutely crushing it this year. Evening, Dino.
Feedback on the car?
All good.
Yeah, A firm.
Good entry.
Stop any marks and switch off.
Okay, so we're looking at a 3.7, I think. Really want to mess with the front wing. So I'll have to make the changes to the oversteer value by moving the camber. Let's see how that works. I'm not sure that's going to be it, but it should be a lot closer. They got 6 in the sprint. That's a pretty good result. It's 4 points? No, 3 points.
How's this tile? Copy, good.
Well, we have a VSC. That is Yuki doing Yuki things.
Virtual safety car.
No, his car's just worn out.
Engine stop, engine stop.
Apologies to Yuki there. I immediately started blaming him for doing something stupid. His car just gave up on him.
How's the balance?
All right, good improvement there for Tommy.
Understood.
We're close. Let's go with a 2.8. Let's bring that down to a 9. Bring that down a bit more. Need to find 15%. Let's try that. Oh, I didn't quite get enough feedback here. The front wing is wrong. That much we can see. Let's push it up. Bring that down. And now it's time to hand the cars over to our main drivers. Check parts. Good. Good. Alright, let's see what they can do.
Sessions should be starting now.
Both drivers running the same spec car this time. There was a slight difference last time out. Getting feedback from George really quickly there. That's good to see.
Yeah, A-firm.
We'll call him in because we do have to find out a little bit more. Yeah. a bit tired. Right. I think that might be it. Let's take some fuel out. Oh dear, only 91%. That is not good enough. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll try it. Took a long time for Ricardo to get me all that feedback there. More than half an hour. Seems very strange to be that slow. New new War Bond for Helldivers 2 drops tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one. Oh, I've gone backwards with George. Now I'll have to wait till the end of the session. Been farming super credits on lower difficulty missions these last couple of days. So I have enough now to pay for the War Bond. Hopefully I can get a couple extra credits tonight, because there'll no doubt be some store gear as well. We have a VSC. Something's happened to Max, I think.
Keep the delta positive.
Oh yes.
And while all that was happening,
Everything okay?
Oh, it's close. 97%. That's a bit more
Okay,
like
understood.
it. Would be nice to get Ricardo's car fully up to 100 tonight after the struggle
VSC ending.
we had with his car setup last night.
Yeah.
Into final practice. Last chance to test out some changes. I I still don't know where to go with this front wing. I go with that and hope that that's enough. Gotta run along. Gonna use the hard tyres. I'm still not close. Ah, boy. That has to go back that way, which means that can't come down. Let's take that down like that. Evening, Grand Tour. Let's try that.
Okay, that's a green light.
Right, getting feedback at a slightly more timely rate from Ricardo this time.
Just give us a
So
balance
close.
check.
That we should be able to fix.
Copy that, yeah. Understood.
Still not quite there with Danny Rick.
Yeah, copy that.
But they need to run long. Get that track knowledge up. So, do I make a blind change? I'm in a similar situation I was with Ricardo last night where I make a blind change. If I get it wrong, that's it. Screwed. If I get it right, it's glorious, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when we get back into the garage. Ferraris and McLaren's looking quick in this session, but of course practice doesn't really mean that much. Will Hamilton get win number 5 tonight? Will Leclerc get win number 5 tonight? 4 wins apiece for the Ferrari drivers. Very tight at the top of the standings, as you can see. Just 6 points to Ocon, and then just 5 points from Ocon to Hamilton. It is a very tight Drivers' Championship. Not so much for the constructors. Ferrari starting to run away with it already. Three wins for Red Bull, 1 for McLaren this year. fault for Russell.
But the car's definitely not happy.
And it's a temporary fault. There we go. Session's done. So are our drivers. One last throw of the dice setup wise before we hand them out for qualification.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
The Hungaroring's short circuit can get crowded during Q1 and Q2. Teams need to get their drivers out there and in the best position to set a fast lap or risk being caught out.
Esteban Ocon there, Karun. What's the feeling around him at the moment?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
Buckle up then, folks. It's almost time for qualifying.
Right, we have to swap out these parts. That's no problem at all. We're going to go with 56% engine here. We'll go with the 80% ERS, and let's go with the 53 gearbox as well. There we go. What is that direction change? Oh, it's going to be a pain, isn't it? It's going to be either way. I'm going to go that way. Let's take a look at Ricardo. Right, so that is easier to figure out. It's the front wing. Has to be a 9. And we have to counter that. It's just whether I move the toe or not. Let me go back to where it was. I don't know whether to move the toe. It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it and keep my fingers crossed. Let's swap out his parts as well. We'll go with the 49% engine. It's not in ideal condition, but hopefully it will get through the Grand Prix. We'll go with that and ERS there, and we'll go with that gearbox. And we are good to go. Let's send them out.
All clear ahead. Good to go.
Fully expecting George to be quicker, healthier car, slightly better stats as well. See if he gets held up by the Ferrari. No, he doesn't. Good, good, good. Clear run for the rest of the lap. .26.975. 26.865. Very close. 11 hundredths difference between the two. .25.735. And just under a tenth George there, so he's about 2.5 tenths up. No, about 2 tenths up. George, let's see, Ricardo, 21.241.
Delta
Ooh,
negative at the safety car line.
21.252. Fractionally quicker for Ricardo there. So just
Just
over
got
a
that
tenth and a
delta
half between the
negative.
two. That's pretty good. Let's see if that's going to be enough to get us through, or if we're going to have to go again. It is a short lap, so this is another track where the margins could be quite fine. And with that in mind, I am going to send them out again now before their gained confidence ebbs away completely. Problem for
This
Lawson.
is what happened. Right, let's have a look here as we go into turn 8. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. That won't do the floor of the car any good at all.
That is his flying lap as well, by the look of it. And he goes into P11. Leclerc on his outlap behind us, behind George. Hamilton's just come back out for his second run. No time set for Leclerc yet.
Good gap in front. Daniel, we're going to get going.
So all clear ahead. Good to go.
Down slightly in the first sector for George. Sorry, for Daniel and for George as well, it turns out. Being prophetic there. Not a good lap at all here. No improvements. It's going to need to be a mighty final sector for both drivers if they're going to improve their times. Yeah, no improvement.
Currently P10.
Okay, look after the fuel on the way in.
And again, no
Okay.
improvement. Disappointing. Well, we're not going to run again, I don't think. Just have to hope it's enough. Stroll and Tsunoda are both way off the pace. I've just realised they're both down there, and that's a concern. Because Lawson will probably improve without that lockup. If Stroll and Tsunoda both improve, That's enough to knock out Ricardo if Lawson improves as well. Hell, if Max improves, I'm in real trouble. Tsunoda improves to 16th, knocks out Lawson. Verstappen improves above Ricardo. Here comes Alonso. Alonso improves, knocks out Tsunoda, who is out. What about Lawson? Lawson shoots up to P8. We're now in the danger zone. And Stroll knocks out Ricardo. Eliminated in Q1. Oh dear. We've been waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I thought it might happen in the last race. I've gone with older parts, and I'm starting to think I've made a big mistake by doing that. Let's do a run on these heavily used scrubs. One 14.0. It's not a great time. Sainz has done something.
There's a lot of debris.
Oh yeah, he's very, very badly smashed up.
Sorry, guys. Crashed.
So that's a broken front and rear wing. I don't know if the rear wing is something that can be fixed. Let's have a look for George. It might be fixable, but it might take too long. They can swap it. It would take 11. It would take too long, look. Well, for our mechanics anyway. It might be better for Mercedes. It would take best part of 12 minutes. There's only 10 minutes left in the session. So that could be Sainz going out then. He has gone straight back out. And he's still got that damaged wing. So, yeah, that's really going to hurt him. Hamilton has had a bad run on his first lap. Joe Nasty's all the way up in second place right now. Lewis goes top. That is him safely through. We're behind Max.
clear ahead. Good to go.
Got an improvement, but given the tyres that we ran the first lap on, that's not really a big surprise. The big question is going to be how much of an improvement. No improvement in the middle. Ooh. Stoffel is out, Lawson is out, Seitz is going to go out. He's not going to improve enough. We improve, but only up to P12. So not the best qualifying this time round. 12th for George. And what was it, 18th? 17th for Ricardo. No penalties. And it's Lando who sticks it on pole. Lewis is second, then it's Ocon and Piastri. Leclerc in the end down in 5th place with Porsche out alongside. Giovinazzi down in 7th, and it's Valtteri up in 8th place. Stroll in 9th, Hulkenberg in 10th.
There's a fantastic atmosphere here at the Hungaroring today as we prepare for 70 laps of thrilling F1 action.
The heart may be in Budapest, but the racing soul is right here. Decades of F1 history saturate every turn of the Hungaroring, including the 1989 Grand Prix, where Nigel Mansell bullied his way from a P12 start to an ultimate victory.
What on paper could be a low-speed circuit is turned flat out by modern Formula One cars. The Hungaroring's short lap means track position is essential in qualifying, and drivers will need to be careful of track limits throughout the race. The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
All right, let's have a look. It is going to start dry. Yeah, those tyre predictions against that information make no sense whatsoever. They're both looking to stop later than the graph would suggest. I think we start on mediums and just play it by ear. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I shouldn't have moved the toe. I knew it. It's always the way. Let's start burning a little bit of fuel on launch. Not going to put any extra in because it's a wet race, so we'll gain a load, and there's a good chance we might have a VSC or a safety car here as well, which will also allow us to do a lot of fuel saving. So we'll start on the mediums. We'll have to wing it strategy-wise because what we're seeing doesn't really make sense against what the drivers are thinking. Let's see how we do. We'll send them to the grid for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
It's a second row start there in P4. The trick will be not to slip backwards because there are plenty looking to capitalize.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. This is it, the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, Sainz and Tsunoda both starting on softs. Everyone else, apart from Hülkenberg and Leclerc, is on hard tyres. Interesting. Van Dorn getting squeezed out there, and then we get boxed in behind him. George has gained a place. And now Ricciardo has gained a place. Looks like we managed to get the jump on Tsunoda.
DRS enabled. Currently that is P17.
Gap 0.7.
And overtake is available.
Tsunoda immediately gets back in front on those soft tyres.
Plenty to play for.
And that's George getting past Stroll. So it's into the top 10 now. Good chance for George to try and pick up some points. It's going to be hard for Ricciardo tonight. Running that less than optimal engine there. You want to throw some F1 quiz questions at me? Okay, go ahead.
Reminder for the recharge button.
Understood.
How you doing, Victor?
George, recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
No using Google Chat.
Overtake is available.
Use overtake. Understood.
We hold off Stroll.
Charge the pack.
Recharge on is good.
Okay. Understood.
More lift and coast.
Yeah.
Where's the
Overtake.
team headquarters of Sauber? Switzerland.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where in Switzerland, but I know they're in Switzerland.
Yeah, recharge on is good.
Understood.
Thank you, Dino. Yes, I recognise that name now.
He has DRS.
No, they were driving as fast as possible.
No, I can't. I have no idea what Sauber translates to in English. I know the name is based on its founder, Peter Sauber, but I don't know what the surname translates into.
Recharge on.
Understood. Copy.
Oh, damn, I missed the DRS.
Understood.
George is about to go backwards.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Understood.
Up behind Sonoda. overtake will be available.
Copy.
Has DRS.
I don't think her name is Disaster, Anthony.
Well done. 1.3 behind.
Ferrari's headquarters is Maranello, Italy.
And we're happy with that level of management.
Copy. Copy.
Tyre management, everything's good.
Oh, I should know this one because I've been in the news recently. Begins with an L, I think. It's in France, obviously. Damn it. I can't remember.
Well done, good job. Okay, that's Sainz ahead.
Ooh, yellow flag.
Okay.
Now we can
Zhou.
see what happened. Zhou Guan Yu is the focus here. All good at this point. The brakes couldn't cope, but that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
I think if Zhou scores a point this year, it's going to be a miracle.
Recharge on.
Wait, is it Remy? In France? I don't think it is.
Pack is low.
The Mystic. Yuki's in the pits already. So getting off those soft tyres for more soft tyres. No, it's Viri. Viri is where the engine department of Alpine is. I know that the team itself is based in the F1 team is based in Enstone in the UK. But it was Viri is where the engine manufacturing plant for Alpine is.
Flat out.
Yeah, agree.
Still no real feedback on the weather yet.
Next car is Verstappen. 1.5.
How's the tyre?
Tyres banging on.
I can try and tell you the history of the team. So obviously they're Alpine. Before that they were Renault. Before that they were technically Lotus. Then back to Renault. Trying to think who they were before that. Before Renault, they were Benetton. Before that, I think they were Tolman.
Nice work. Currently P12. Hulkenberg car ahead. Gap ahead of 1.7.
Yeah, the current teams, only 3 teams that are in the current top, the current list of constructors have never changed ownership. That's Ferrari. Well, I say never changed ownership. They've always been that name. So it's Ferrari, McLaren and Williams. Everyone else has gone through a rebranding of sorts. I mean, technically Williams has obviously changed ownership, but it's still Williams. McLaren has always been McLaren. Ferrari's always been Ferrari. And Haas is the other one. Haas have always been Haas, but they've only been in the series for a few years, so I don't really count them because they're not what I call a historical team. They've been in the sport less than 10 years now.
Yep, this is my pace.
We think there's still opportunities here. Good job.
Okay, that's Verstappen ahead of you. Verstappen 2.5 seconds.
Yep, understood.
Right, we are starting to close in on Hulkenberg again. Our natural pace better than some of the cars in front now that our tyres are in better shape. If I can get George past quickly, it might be able to sneak him into peak confidence. Get a feeling he'll drop just short. Ricciardo, one overtake will get him there, but he isn't quite quick enough yet. Let's give him some battery so we can close in on Verstappen and Lawson.
Yep, understood.
And there goes Sainz into the pits. So his soft tyres are done. Went 5 laps longer than Tsunoda did. There's another set of softs for him. George still yet to get past Hulkenberg, but now he makes the move. There we go. And that does just get him into peak confidence, but it won't last. Let's keep pushing to get onto Perez.
Good job. So car ahead now, Perez. So gap ahead, 2 seconds.
Recharge on. Understood.
Use overtake.
Okay, understood.
Did Lawson break away enough? Yes, he did. No DRS for Max. And there we go, up the inside. Lawson is up next. Ricciardo's starting to come alive now.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Yeah, copy, all good.
I think we're looking at about lap 35. Based on that information there. For when we want to make the tyre switch. Should get a weather warning soon.
Overtake is available.
Yeah, copy.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Just managed to get into the DRS of both Lawson there and Hulkenberg.
Charge the pack.
And that has saved us from Verstappen.
Okay, recharge on is good.
Just short of getting onto Perez. I kind of want to push my tyres now to go for an undercut, but I also want to wait a few more laps to get some information. Ricciardo gets past
Now
Lawson.
here we are at the final corner. The gap opens up for them.
And that's not the final corner.
And that puts them in 13th place now.
He has DRS.
Quick lap for Hulkenberg there. 120.9, pushing. Second a lap quicker than Ricciardo. It does look like it's getting a little bit more overcast.
So there is a growing chance of rain.
And there's the wet weather warning. So damp in 12 minutes. So in that case, we will not be pushing the tyres.
just give us some feedback on the tyres.
I'm also wary of pushing the engine temperatures too high, given that we are running older, more worn-out engines. Ricardo especially. That's why we haven't been pushing the fuel all the way through. I'll let the engines cool down a bit. And we have a yellow flag. Briefly, someone running wide. I'll lock it for Gasly.
Now just keep your eyes on Gasly here. Things were all right here. Oh, and the car locks up.
It just goes straight
and they
on.
ended up their own passenger.
And the up and undercut back there for Fittipaldi and Tsunoda and Sainz as well, I think.
Tyre and plan update.
The two stoppers on the softs has not worked well for Alonso. Not Alonso, sorry, Tsunoda. Or Sainz, for that matter. They're both way down the order still, squabbling with each other.
We have overtake available.
Copy.
Use the overtake button.
Let's see if we can get past Perez. Get George back towards the top of very high confidence. Get Ricciardo back into peak. Here comes the move up the inside. Power down, and there we go. We are through. That is full peak confidence for Danny Rick. Up to 12th now. He has really recovered well after a disappointing qualifying and a bit of a slow start. As George goes around the outside of Perez, that was a brave move to do that through turn 5.
So currently P10.
Here's the replay. Right, we're down at turn 5. Can they squeeze by?
Oh, he went up the inside at 4.
And that's 10th place and up into the points.
Lovely stuff.
Currently P10. And the next car is Bottas. 4.8.
I don't know, Farah.
Yeah, 1.1.
Rain in pit lane now.
Okay.
You're P12. Perez ahead. .9.
Rain is getting heavier in the pit lane.
Oh, you beat Brighton. Good, good, good. That was Carabao Cup, right?
Lift off end of straight.
No, it looks like we're going to have a little peak at around lap 30, and then it's going to dip down again. question is, how much is it going to dip down? Is it worth us sticking out for an extra couple of laps on the dries? We've got enough life left in the tyres to do that. Everyone else is starting to really struggle, look. Apart from Sainz and Tsunoda. Well, Sainz. Tsunoda's going to have to stop before we do. What category was that? Because we didn't race in, or F1 didn't race in Las Vegas in 2011. F1 hasn't raced in Las Vegas apart from the last couple of years since the 80s. Norris is boxed. First of the front runners to come in. Piastri's coming in as well. They are going straight onto the inters. Here comes Giovinazzi and Piastri. Hoffenberg's coming in as well. It's still a little bit too early.
Down in the pits. Oh, that's a slow one.
Tsunoda's afternoon goes from bad to worse. What a disaster stop there. Hamilton is in, Ocon is in, and Leclerc is in as well. Oh, beautiful double stack from Ferrari there. Has to wait for Ocon to go through, but no time lost in terms of getting in and out of the pits. Or in and out the pit box. Hamilton and Leclerc perfectly synchronized there. George in 7th. Moves through up into 6th. Porsche is going to come out right in front of us. There, oh no, we're just in front of Porsche. We've got Piastri right behind us. We're right behind Giovinazzi. We're the only ones who haven't stopped yet. And I'm going to box us this lap.
box.
Yes, box.
Box for the intel.
With box with flag. Yep, box confirmed.
Okay, so we just need to get into that management.
Have we done enough
Copy.
to maybe get an undercut on someone here?
Daniel, pit lane.
Like a decent time, 2.4 seconds. More of that, please. 2.6, not bad. We're going to come out
And you'll be racing cars at pit exit.
ahead of Valtteri. So we have undercut Valtteri,
Currently at P9.
or overcut Valtteri. That's beautiful stuff.
Ahead of you, you've got
Ricardo gets out behind Perez,
2.6.
but ahead of Hulkenberg
Valtteri
by a
car
few
behind.
seconds. So that's worked out
Behind
nicely.
2.8.
Okay, that's P12.
And now we're into territory with the track at above 0.8. We have a yellow flag. Mistake for somebody. Perez running wide.
Now this happens down at turn 8. And that won't help their chances. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration, maybe.
And that is a huge invitation for Ricardo.
Okay, use deploy.
Okay.
Overtake available.
Yep.
Right, now we can actually start plotting in when we want to make the change to wets. It's looking somewhere around 46 to 48, I think. So we're going to do 20 laps or so on these tyres now. That'll be fine. They'll easily do that.
Okay.
Let's see if we can use the interchangeable conditions like this to benefit George. This is where he should be really, really strong.
Surface temps are good.
Ricardo should be pretty decent here as well. Both drivers have regressed back to starting level. They haven't been able to do any real attacking or overtaking for a while. Nor have they had to do any serious defending. And we have a VSC. Fittipaldi has done something stupid again.
Let's just keep these tyres in good condition.
Oh, yes, that car is very much wrecked.
Okay.
Virtual safety car.
Let's take a closer look. We're following the action through turn 5. And oh, there's contact with the barrier. Thankfully, though, they come away from that unharmed. Now, this was the Sauber. Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. I imagine...
If only we could have hung it out for another lap or two. Never mind. We still gained as it was. Now we get to refill the batteries and save some fuel, calm tyre temps down a bit. We've got the best tyres on the grid because we stopped last.
This is P12. Perez
Perez is ahead now. 2.5.
The DRS is going to kick in again briefly, so it'd be nice to be able to get ourselves into a position to take advantage of that when that happens. So, a little update on the running order. Hamilton leads from Ocon by just over 4 seconds. Leclerc is third, a further 4 seconds back. Then it's Norris, 5.5 seconds back in fourth. Big gap then to Oscar, 10 seconds behind, who's just ahead of Porsche, and Giovinazzi in close proximity as well. Then a big gap to Stroll in 8th. Russell in 9th, close to the back of Stroll. So we could be best of the rest behind that top 7 tonight, if we play this right. Bottas sits in 10th place, Perez behind him, and then Ricciardo in 12th. Hulkenberg 13th, Verstappen 14th, Sainz right behind Verstappen in 15th. Then it's Lawson, Van Dorn, Alonso, Tsunoda, Gasly, Zhou a mile away in 21st. Fittipaldi is out, bringing out this VSC that we are currently stuck behind. I can see Zhou not getting a drive next season if he's out of contract, because his performances this year have been appallingly bad.
Copy.
Here's the ending.
Yeah.
Right. And the DRS is about to kick in. Let's go hunting.
Available. Understood.
Feedback on track condition.
DRS.
Split times are going to be a little bit screwy until everyone has
Very heavy rain.
crossed the sector properly. So those gaps that we were quoting will actually be a little bit smaller.
Temperatures are good.
Yep, understood.
I think we've got a 4-minute window here. No, 3-minute window. Again, these are the conditions that George should theoretically excel in. Gasly develops a fault. He's not had a great year either.
Tell me what to do. I have a problem with the gearbox.
George, get the DRS. It'll be tight. Gosh, missed it, I think.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Copy.
And he took a couple of tenths out of Perez.
You are currently P12.
Over a second out of Hulkenberg, though.
Ahead of you, Perez.
Stretch that gap. They use and abuse the tyres on this lap, but they are not going that much longer.
Gap 4.5. Okay, Daniel, recharge on, please.
Yep.
And it's getting more overcast again. You can see the big rain still to come, but it is about to pick up a bit.
Overtake is available.
And now the track's starting to get wetter again. This is it. This is my opportunity, I think.
Is low. Yep.
Don't think Ricardo's going to get close enough to Perez. And maybe if he can close up and we stay like this for another lap, maybe. We will get past Stroll here.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. Lovely stuff. We'll keep pushing the tyres while the DRS is active. And that has given a big chunk of confidence there to George. Ricardo's still at baseline, losing ground to Perez again. And yeah, DRS is about to switch off. Turn the tyres down again then.
And we'll be cooling the tyres.
At least we managed to capitalise with Russell. He got the position that he needed there on Stroll. The times that we've been fighting with Stroll this season. Let's try and get ourselves a little thumbnail here. Keep an eye out for another one a bit later. The track gets a bit darker. Verstappen's been nobbled by Stoffel. What a shame. I was going to say, oh, what a shame. But then I realised he's your driver, so yeah, sorry about that. We have another yellow flag. Lawson, maybe. No, Sainz.
Now look, here we
Lawson
head into
picked a
turn
fault.
2.
That's what I saw.
And the car fails to respond. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Saw him picking up that fault as he went through. So what's Lawson got wrong with his car? Gearbox. That was last lap actually. So we just missed the notification on that one. Stroll tries to force his way through. George tried to shut the door. Stroll didn't want to have anything to do with that. We do keep him behind. Good driving there from George. It's a little defensive bonus. Perez is just eking out the gap. As the track gets more water, our temperatures are starting to come down to 97 now. Still got at least another 10 laps to do on these tyres. Don't want to burn them out too much too soon. If you are enjoying the race, please do consider dropping a like on the stream. Once again, George just about shutting down Stroll there. We're a second a lap slower than the group in front of us. So we're not going to be catching them. Valtteri's catching us, actually. He's had a quick lap last lap, 24.7. This time we took 0.3 out of Perez with Ricardo. And this time Stroll's too far back, I think, to have a look. He's learning his lesson. George in his element right now. Actually was a tenth quicker than Giovinazzi there. Slow lap for Giovinazzi. Although I think it might be because he was lapping Gasly, maybe. Leaders have lapped everybody up to, was that Gasly? No, that's not Gasly, that was Zhou, he was getting past. Leaders have lapped everybody up to and including Gasly. Leclerc's right behind him now. Next up is Alonso going through turn 4. And now into 5. You want a Hamilton component check? Okay. There you go. Engine's fine. ERS is fine. Gearbox, a little low, but still fine. The second and third place cars matching him for pace, just about. 123.7 last lap. 124.3 slow lap for Ocon as he was getting past, I think, some traffic. Leclerc 123.9. Another not great lap for Giovinazzi there, 125.3, although the pace has dropped a little bit in front, actually. Porsche and Piastri also in the 125s. See what George can do. 125.0, that's 0.3 taken out of Giovinazzi. I don't think we've got the pace to catch him as things currently stand, but as the race progresses, we can keep chipping away. 0.3 a lap here, 0.3 a lap there. Maybe we'll find ourselves in striking distance. Still holding pace with Perez and Hülkenberg, not gaining, not losing. Gaps around 3 to 3.5 seconds on a consistent basis here, about 4 to 4.5 seconds to Hülkenberg. We are getting closer and closer to the track getting wet. 12 minutes. That's about another 10 laps. No, less than that. Probably about another 8-9 laps. So let's have a little burst of speed.
Okay, let's see what you got then.
Copy. Let's go.
Okay, understood.
Oh, a fault for Leclerc. The wrong Ferrari for
There's something strange in the main straight.
Farah
Am I
there.
losing speed?
Although he has closed right onto the back of Ocon. I wonder if it's an overheating issue. It might be temporary, just because of the heat of the dirty air of the car in front. If it gets past and into clear air, that might ease off again pretty soon. We'll have to see what it is. We won't know if it's temporary unless the cog goes away later. It's not having a look here. We have a look into turn... Technically, I suppose that's turn 3, not turn 2. No, we won't. Right, let's have a look. What is that fault? It is engine. Oh, yes, engine's very much looking a bit ropey. Russell has opened up a nice, healthy gap now over Stroll. Ricciardo has not closed the gap, but then he wasn't using any battery. He was just pushing the tyres a bit harder.
Yep, fine.
George, recommend we start bringing them
25-1 for Perez.
Okay.
On 24.8. So he took another 0.3 out of Perez there, but yeah, still 3.5 seconds. Gains one lap, loses it the next. Because I don't have a huge amount of battery, I'm loath to use it now. I'd rather wait until it's a more advantageous situation for us. How are we doing on tyres against the AI? Pretty good, actually. Stroll's tyres, very bad. He pushed them harder than we did to start with, and then he spent all those laps stuck in dirty air of George. That will have overheated them a little bit more. We're now burning our tyres pretty hard, so the advantage that we have is going to start to disappear. But we are getting to the point where we are going to be stopping very soon. It's just dipping a little bit at the moment, but it's about to start pushing hard again. We're now just 8 minutes away from full wet conditions, according to the radar there. And that's another 0.3 taken out of Perez.
Car ahead is Perez.
And Perez, Bottas and Stroll are all pretty close. 3 seconds-ish separating those three. So we're not too far behind them. Chance to get Ricciardo into the points tonight as well. George is pulling away from Stroll by almost a second on that last lap, and we took 0.6 out of Giovinazzi. It's only going to be a short spell on the full wets as well. It is going to go back to inters. And very definitively back to the inters, not like maybe half a mil to a mil. It's going to be like 2.5 mil by the end, at least. It's going to be back down to nearly, where it is right now, if not slightly lower in the closing laps. So trying to tough it out on wets would be a mistake. Hopefully, someone in the front group will make that mistake.
How's the time?
Stable. Stable with that bit of deck.
Let's, I was just about to say, let's have a look at the fight between these two, and as I was about to switch to it, it's over. Leclerc has got through. Now, can he stay ahead, and will that bolt disappear? And here comes that big water.
Yeah, really heavy rain at the moment.
Leclerc stretching away. We're about to hit 2 mil. Highest it's been. And Ricciardo is really struggling compared to the guys in front. They've just turned the pace right up, look. They know they're getting close to the end of these tyres and they're sprinting for all they're worth. Keep an eye on Valtteri here. Trying to stay in touch with Stroll. Perez closing in rapidly. Stroll is hunting down George. Valtteri's tyres in good shape. George is about to lap Joe.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
I am happy with the tires at the moment.
You can see the rain definitely coming down harder now. Crucial stage of the race, this. Ricciardo is pulling away from Hulkenberg, but is still losing ground to the cars in front, who are now nose to tail. Hamilton gets an issue. And lo, there was much rejoicing.
And as far as we can tell,
We don't know what it is, because Crofty won't tell us. But that's both Ferraris now with an issue. Is that going to open the door for Ocon? Stroll's into the pits. That's an early stop if he's going for full wets. He is. He's gone too early. He's gone at least one lap too early. That suits me. Chance to overcut him here. And Leclerc and Ocon are both in. stop for Ferrari. Slightly better stop there for Red Bull. Here comes Norris. We're going to go one more lap.
Use overtake.
Okay, gotcha.
Wow, they're all piling in, look. That was a very quick stop. Perez is in. And this is what I've been saving the battery for.
So we'll box.
Box. Box confirmed.
Now Hamilton is in. Straightforward stop, it looks like. Let's see, what is that issue that he has? It's gearbox.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
He will get out comfortably ahead of Leclerc. And we've timed this perfectly. Look, the track's going to be just about where we need it to be when Ricciardo gets out of the pits.
Slippy in the pit lane.
Copy.
Pit lane. Remember, the pit lane is wetter.
Okay, understood.
.7, it's okay. It's clean though, that's the important thing.
Yeah, we should be clear on exit.
Good stop from Ricciardo, 2.5.
So that's currently P9. Valtteri, he's the next car.
We are still behind Perez. Valtteri yet to stop. It's now too wet for those inters as we lap the Alpine there.
P12.
Now it's full wets.
1.5. .1.
And recharge should be on.
Okay, understood.
Giovinazzi has stopped. The gap is 13 seconds. Bottas is going to come out behind George. This is Ricciardo's chance now. Valtteri into the pits.
Tyre temperatures are in a good window.
Bottas leaving his pit box now.
Understood.
Leclerc's fault escalates. We are going to get the undercut
What's
here
happening with the engine, guys?
on Valtteri. There he is. And we have jumped Valtteri. Excellent news. Lawson into the pits.
Gap is 1.7.
Anyone else still to stop? No, this is the last car. Decent stop for Haas there. So we are 8th and 11th. We are that little bit closer getting into the points. going to be looking to change around lap 60. Program that in. And we're just going to hammer these tyres for all they're worth on this stint here. We're only going to be on them for another 11 laps or so, give or take.
Perez is ahead now. 1.0. There's still opportunities here.
And we definitely gained time over Stroll.
Okay.
With him boxing so early, the gap is back up to over 10.5 seconds. He was only about 4 behind us when he stopped. So that definitely worked out for George. And we know it's worked out for Ricciardo because he's jumped Valtteri.
Ahead of you, Perez. 0.9, 0.9. There are opportunities ahead.
Looks like Perez is going to make his move on Stroll pretty soon. Gasly's fault escalates.
Problem with the gearbox.
Will that end up being terminal? Will Leclerc's engine become a terminal issue? It has definitely not taken long to go all the way up to orange.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Just cool these tyres down a little bit. See if that helps us get a little bit more grip.
And if you can just cool the tyres as much as you can.
Understood.
And we'll get ready for another thumbnail attempt.
Gap 0.7.
Plenty to play for.
Perez has dropped back a little bit. We have closed within that 1 second. We'll get the slipstream here.
SP11. 0.9. 1.5.
Let's push George again.
Flat out.
Covering.
Bottas is still lurking.
Still plenty of opportunities.
Yep, understood.
Yeah, we know the tyres are hot, that's why we're not on a full push right now. Got to keep the pace up though. I can't lose too much touch with Perez, and I can't let Valtteri get a sniff of our gearbox.
And 1.1. But we think there's still opportunities here.
Overtake available. Okay.
Holding pace with Giovinazzi, about 13.5 seconds. The AI are a bit lax with their change to inters, or if they go too early, then we could hopefully gain a bit more time that way. We might need that to get the undercut or overcut on Stroll and Perez. Right, tyres down to 81. Now that we're out of the dirty air, they're cooling down a fair bit quicker. But we are losing ground as a result. Let's give them a push.
Up to cars ahead.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Understood.
Focusing in on Ricciardo quite intensely here because George is miles behind and miles ahead. Very much in a race of his own. There is potential here for Danny Rick. And there is also a threat as well. Spurs beat City. Ooh. When's the draw for the next round? We're not the only ones who've increased. Oh, it's tonight. Cool. We're not the only ones who've increased our pace. Perez is pushing on to Stroll. See if he can get through. I still have battery, but I'm trying to hold it if I can. Track's starting to dry. We're getting close to that switchover point again.
starting to see signs of some overheating.
Yeah, I know the tyres are getting cooked a little bit, but they're still holding up extremely well wear-wise. Their rate is only 89-90%.
0.4. No harm done.
We are now closing in on the back of Perez because Perez has hit that slower brick wall of Lance. Look at that, we took 1.7 seconds out of Stroll and Perez on that lap. Another lap like that will be on them. 15 laps to go, and we have got another tyre change coming up. Track is going to go below 4 mil quite considerably. So timing on this next stop is going to be absolutely critical. Valtteri is all over us as well.
Gap 0.7. Use overtake. Okay.
Sainz just picked up a fault. Yes, he has.
Oh, hydraulics.
He's been lapped by one of the Ferraris. That's Hamilton who's just got past him. The gap to Leclerc, now 9 seconds. It looks as though Hamilton is going to comfortably win this, assuming his car holds together. Leclerc should hold off Ocon, but if his engine goes any worse, that's going to be a retirement. Below 5 mil. As we close up for a look.
0.4.
Maximum PU cooling.
Yep.
Couldn't quite squeeze our way through there.
Yep, understood.
Recharge on.
Understood.
The more pressure we can put Perez under, the more likely he is to just drift away from the back of Stroll. He'll lose the full benefit of the slipstream, which should theoretically make it easier for us to overtake him.
Next car's Perez.
He's driving up really quickly, look.
Overtake available.
Roger.
We're ready for you.
Okay.
Don't think I've timed it right for Ricciardo. No, he's already crossed the line, but we'll program the stop in for the next lap.
So box for the Inter.
And here we go. We've got to overcome the slipstream that the Haas has got. Go on, get him. Nope. I should have boxed.
Honestly, I don't
Should have
think
boxed
we can
Ricciardo
do
that
much
lap.
more.
Too slow to react on that one.
Recharge on.
Understood.
Lawson's in, so the AI is going to box. He's going to be the first one onto the right tyre. Hopefully we will see some of them sticking out a little bit longer. The leaders have gone through again. Here comes George. This is a chance to gain some time on Giovinazzi.
It will be slippery on pit exit.
Copy.
Now, what about the cars in front of Ricardo?
Good.
Yep.
They're staying out. Excellent.
Your pit lane.
Remember,
It's Ricardo's chance. I've still got enough battery to push. It's a 2.3 second stop. That is awesome timing. That's a chance of pit stop points tonight. Sainz is in.
So currently P10.
It's a bad stop. Damn it. That's just killed
Gap ahead
our
for
undercut, I think.
1.8. So Valtteri car
Ocon's in.
behind 1.1.
The Ferraris have stayed out again.
There'll be 13 to go at the end of this one.
Where was the problem? Looks like it was the left rear.
So, Daniel, you're P14.
Car ahead is Verstappen. Verstappen 2.2.
Right. Giovinazzi going to stop.
Sainz. Gap is 1.7.
13 laps to go, 13.
No, he's not.
use overtake.
Okay.
Ocon and Piastri both stopped. Ocon's onto the inters. Here comes Norris. Sorry, Piastri. Good stop for him. So Porsche, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Perez, both the Ferraris, Norris. There's a whole load of cars on the wrong tyre right now. Perez is staying out.
We're happy with the temps.
And this is where we could fly.
You got Valtteri behind. Gap 3.2.
Hulkenberg and Verstappen are in. George is up into 9th place. Can we get him past Stroll before Stroll boxes and get him into peak confidence?
Okay.
Help him hunt down Giovinazzi.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Yeah, copy.
No rain coming.
Copy. Recharge on.
Okay.
Says dry. I don't know if it's going to be dry enough. Giovinazzi's in. I think he's going to be fairly comfortably ahead of us, but hopefully we've brought the gap down a bit. And then he'll have to get his tyres up to temperature. Unfortunately, he didn't get a bad stop. That would have really helped us. We've definitely lost some time here behind Stroll. And Stroll's staying out. Perez dives in. Ricciardo has been lapped, but the Ferraris have yet to stop. Russell now finally up the inside of Stroll and through.
And overtake is available.
Can we beat Perez out? I think we can.
Currently P8.
Yes, we can. There we do. Bottas
Gap
still to stop.
5.
Stroll still to stop. And we will jump the pair of them if they do stop. If they stay out, their tyres are going to fall to bits really quickly. So it looks like Ricciardo is on for 9th place now. Russell has taken about 4 seconds out of Giovinazzi by stopping when he did, but the gap is still 9 seconds. Will Stroll stop? Will Valtteri stop? The track is so dry now. They're staying out. And I wonder if they're going to try and go to dry tyres. They're going to be so slow. Let's see, a 127.5. Valtteri stayed out on 127.6. Here comes Ricciardo. The rain has stopped almost. 125.2. He took 2.4 seconds out of Valtteri there.
Up to Bottas, 12. Car behind is Perez now.
Hamilton's fault escalates.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
That gearbox has gone orange. Leclerc's engine's been orange for a while. Now both Ferraris are running a risk. Ocon is on the back of Norris, and Ocon has stopped. Norris hasn't, so that will be an easy pass for Ocon. And if the Ferraris continue to stay out like this, they're at risk. Ocon's through.
Okay, understood.
Stroll finally hits the pits. Is Valtteri going to follow him in? No, he's not. Stroll's seen sense. Valtteri is continuing to soldier on. He puts on the inters. We're going to jump him. Hamilton's in. That allows us to unlap ourselves. Leclerc stays out. That's us there into turn one. Here comes Perez. Oof, so close to contact. Perez will go around the outside. Ricciardo is in the points. So how far ahead is Hamilton over Ocon? This is the crucial gap now. It's about 8 seconds by the look of it. And that's a very sick gearbox in that Ferrari. Leclerc, if he stays out, is going to easily get caught by Hamilton, probably by Ocon. If he boxes, he's going to come out probably behind Norris now. Actually, no, Norris has to stop as well. So he'll come out in third. Porsche is into the pits. He's going to come out right in front of us. There he is. I didn't even realise Porsche had stayed out. I'm just 5 seconds behind Valtteri, who's still out there. Those tyres must be screaming. I mean, my tyre temps are high. His must be through the roof. $110. They're going to go up so high. Those tyres are going to start melting now. Let's see and watch them just disintegrate in real time. They're down to 58%. $57. There is Ricciardo. These tyres won't make it to the flag at this rate. 56. He's staying out again. Leclerc's stayed out. He's been caught and passed by Hamilton already. There we go. And the delta is so bad that the wets are just automatically pulling over now.
Okay, well done.
Next car is Russell.
When I saw where we qualified after the decision to run older parts, I thought this might be the race that breaks our point streak. But here we are, 8th and 9th, with just 6 laps to go.
More lift and coast.
Okay.
I'm watching for Perez. He is lapping quicker than us, I think. We did a 1:22.6 across the line.
Copy.
Just over a tenth quicker than Porsche. Leclerc is 3.5 seconds slower than Hamilton. Ocon's closing in at a fast rate as well. 1:20.5 for Perez. Oh man, he took 1.8 seconds, 1.7 seconds out of us. He is definitely going to be a threat. And Ocon has now caught Leclerc. Lawson's fault escalates.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly.
Go away, Crofty. And Leclerc just lifts and lets him through. Those tyres are hanging on for dear life now. They're down to 37%. Bottas's tyres, in the space of 2 laps, are now at 38%. They will not go the distance. Norris's tyres aren't going to go the distance either. He's only 9 seconds out of Piastri. He's going to get caught. What are the temperatures in Valtteri's tyres now? Gotta see. 120 degrees.
5 laps remaining.
Copy.
They are screaming. Leclerc surely has to stop or else he's going to get a puncture. Valtteri finally stops. In comes Charles Leclerc. Norris is going to follow him in this lap as well. Piastri could get into 3rd place here. What a disaster for Leclerc. Why has he stayed out so long? He's gone soft. This is a risky strategy. Might pay off for him. What's our gap?
Our track conditions.
George has got a free stop over Ricciardo. I'm very tempted to bring him in. See if I can get the fastest lap.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy.
There goes Piastri into 3rd. Norris is in. Is Norris going to go soft? He is. Now I have the question of, do I try and stay out and hold off Norris? I don't think I'm going to have the pace to do that.
Copy.
I think we'll stay out, and if Norris catches us and passes us with like 2 laps to go, we will immediately box and then just go for a Hail Mary on the final lap. Stroll's fault escalates. Well, no, Stroll just develops a fault.
Engine feels quite down.
What a dramatic finish we're getting here. Leclerc is not going to get back onto Ocon, but he could get back on the podium. Still not quite dry enough.
And when you can, feedback on your...
Now it's getting there.
Yeah, it's hard to get.
Another fault. Lawson.
But there. Oh.
3 laps remaining.
Copy.
Norris is 3.5 seconds. I'm going to have to make my judgment at the end of this lap, I think. think I have to try and stick it out. Try and fend off Norris.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Understood.
Got 2.5 laps to go. Oh wait, no, Norris is flying, look. Yeah, there's no way we're going to hold him off. Alright, let's box.
Box.
See if we
Yes,
can
box.
steal the fastest lap at the very end here. Look at that, he's a second behind us. He's going to get the DRS. Sticking it out with Ricciardo. There we go, fastest lap for Norris. It's a 1:17.8. He'll probably go even quicker this lap. Got to beat Hamilton out of the pits. We're going to do that. It's a 2.7 second stop. It's irrelevant.
So currently P8 on Norris car.
Got a lap to bring these tyres up.
Get behind 0.7. 2 laps at the end of this lap. So happy to drop, lift and coast.
New fastest lap is set by Valtteri Bottas, a 1:17.3. We can beat Valtteri. Surely we can beat Valtteri. The question is Norris. Can we beat Norris? Norris sets a new fastest lap of 1:16.8. We're about to start our final lap. We're going to watch it blind. Actually, let me check fuel for Ricciardo. Make sure he doesn't suddenly run out. There we go.
Lift off end of straight.
Okay.
Use the overtake button.
Roger.
Hamilton wins. Ocon's going to take second. Leclerc is going to take third quite comfortably in the end. And Norris
Lewis
catch
Hamilton.
Giovinazzi.
Lewis Hamilton with the win today. Lewis Hamilton picks up the win.
Extra special replay there just for Farah and Dino. Got to take the rough with the
A
smooth.
result like that absolutely speaks to all the hard work they've put into their career. Just phenomenal.
New fastest lap for Valtteri, a 1:16.1. Norris is coming up to the line. It's a new fastest lap for Leclerc, 1:15.8. The times are tumbling. Norris should go a little quicker. Norris isn't going to get past Giovinazzi, is he? He did! Right across the line. A 1:15.2. Can we steal that fastest lap away? He got Giovinazzi on the line. And we do get the fastest lap.
Checkered flag is out.
A 1:15.1. Look at that gap. 0.00. It won't be that. There'll be an actual little difference, but that was close. So close. Just getting through. We got the fastest lap. We were never going to hold Norris back once he changed those tyres, but what a blistering lap for the bonus point there from George.
And among the drivers returning now is Charles Leclerc.
And third place sees them round off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
The highly decorated record breaker from Stevenage once again taking to the podium.
Win number 5 is in the bag. They pulled out all the stops, pushing hard to earn that victory.
And as far as those three are concerned, well, they'll be leaving Budapest hungry for more. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend.
Wait for
them.
that.
We saw
Shut up, Karun. You know nothing. So it is win number 5, for Lewis, win number 9 for Ferrari. They are continuing their stranglehold on the constructors, and that's going to bring Lewis further up the order into contention in the driver's standings, I think. It is second place for Esteban Ocon, third place for Charles Leclerc, fourth for Oscar, fifth for Norris. Good points for McLaren in the constructors there. Giovinazzi takes sixth, Porsche in seventh. Russell up 4 places for 8th and the fastest lap on the dying lap there for 5 points tonight. Ricciardo up 8 places after a poor qualifying to get 9th place and 2 more points. Perez will take the final point for Haas. And it's Stroll from Hulkenberg, Sainz from Verstappen, Bottas down in 15th place ahead of Tsunoda, Lawson, Van Dorn, Alonso, Gasly, Zhou, and Enzo broke another car. Into the driver's standings then, Leclerc stays top, but Lewis now up into second, 2 points ahead of Esteban Ocon there, and the gap to his teammate is now just 11 points. It's getting very, very tight at the top of the driver's standings. The top 3 are separated by just 23 points. Not even that. 13 points. I will get my maths right one of these days. In fourth place, it's Lando Norris on 198. He's just slipping behind a little bit. Piastri closes the gap to his teammate by 2 on 144. 54 points between the two there. Giovinazzi is 1 point away from hitting triple figures on 99. And it's Porsche, another decent little haul of points for him. He is outscoring Sainz pretty consistently now, and I am surprised. I thought this would be a good year for Porsche, but I thought Sainz would have that edge. Not been the case so far. Sainz, no points, stays on 50, as does Tsunoda, no points for him. George moves up into 10th place, 8 points behind Sainz and Tsunoda on 42, and moves above Stroll by 1 point. Then it's Ricciardo with an extra 2 points there to take 27 overall. 2 points clear of Perez. Then Hulkenberg with 4, Valtteri with 1, Alonso with 1, and then the non-scorers of Lawson, Gasly, Verstappen, Van Dorn, Fittipaldi, and Zhou. Let's have a look at the constructors. It is 453 points for Ferrari. They pick up another 40 today. 22 points for McLaren in second, puts them on 342. They're 111 points behind. Ferrari are running away with the championship this season in the constructors. Red Bull, 26 points. They have closed the gap to McLaren by 4, but they are still trailing significantly. 24 points behind. Mercedes in fourth with 129 points. Massive gap there. Then it's RB with 91 points in fifth. Brabham, that's us, 69 points. Nice. Plus 7 tonight, and we continue to stretch our lead over Haas. Just 1 point for them. Still no more points for Aston or Sauber or Alpine, and Williams still yet to get off the mark. Now, did we do enough to get onto the leaderboard in the pit stop competition? Just. George's stop at 2.36, only just good enough for 10th and a point. Let's see, Ricciardo's best stop was a 2.52, so yeah, a long way short there. Did have that stuck wheel net on his third stop there, but not great. In the overall standings, 325 points for Red Bull. They are 60 points clear of McLaren, losing 3 points to them tonight, but still healthy little lead there. Aston Martin in third are 130 points behind McLaren. Already a 2-horse race, and even that 2-horse race is starting to stretch into just a Red Bull runaway potentially. Then Aston and Ferrari very, very close. 5 points between those two. Ferrari with 130 points in fourth. Then Mercedes in fifth with 122. Alpine, no points for them. They're on 102. We gain a point tonight, so the gap is now 30 between us and Alpine. RB moving above Williams with 8 points. They are now on 56, 16 behind us. And then Williams down into 9th with 53 points. Haas, no points for them. They're on 35. And no points for Sauber. They are unspecified. We get our full payout for both drivers. And then Ricciardo takes his customary little nibble with his 10th or higher contract bonus. So another 670k added into the bank. And we have a very short turnaround before Spa. We have a spare chassis, and we have our board review, mid-season board review. Target position is 8th. We are currently 6th, and a very healthy 6th right now as well. And our long-term objective, we've now scored points in 9 of 12 races. There have only been 12 races, so that's fantastic. Just 3 races this season that we haven't finished in the points, and they were the first 3 races, I think. No, there's been others, but we've scored points in sprints as well. There you see the board confidence is high. That gives us an extra 1.5 mil, just what we needed to get another research project going, assuming we still have the boost. Let's have a look. No, we just lost it. Oh, shit. So close. All right. We know the gearbox is in poor condition. We'll be changing that out in the next race. Post-race data. We lost another underfloor and another side pod. That's my 2 spares gone. That's annoying. Dino Begalovic has been recommended to us. We're not going to sign him. We have enough young talent as it is. Let's take a look at the F2 and F3 results. Kimi gets the win in the F2 race. Abby Pulling on the podium, ahead of Montoya, behind Rudolf Fischer. There goes the design center improvements. That's a shame we didn't have it for just another day or two. That email came through today as well. We were 1 day short of being able to get another project underway before that ran out. That's disappointing. All right, so let's fix the cars up. There goes my 1 underfloor replacement and my 1 side pod replacement. We are just scraping by with spares at the moment. Whole load of research projects are about to drop. 4 of them. We've got 2.4 mil in the bank. Just 4 days until the end of the until the next race. Let's see. I can afford to make another front wing or 2. And what about rear wings? I've got 1 spare rear wing. Let's make maybe not. Let's go with a spare side pod and a spare underfloor, and that'll leave me with 1 million left, which will be just enough to get another research project done tomorrow. Good stuff. Let's advance time. There we go. Chassis, side pods, underfloor, and suspension projects all finished. Very nice there indeed. Right, I'm going to save because I don't know where we are with our research. Let's use our rolling save system here to overwrite that info there so that we don't lose everything. Let's have... Oh, we're going to reload, haven't we? So let's reload this save. And let's hit the rules and regs. So, chassis, bad. Front wing, not been done yet. Rear wing, not been done yet. Side pods. Okay. Underfloor. So, underfloor's had a big injection. Suspension hasn't had much. Okay, so front wing is the next one that needs a big boost. I can't afford to do a wing until after Spa, so let's get a suspension project done, because we know cooling is going to be important next season, given that it's going to take a hit of 60%. We're away to Southampton in the next round. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go. One engineer on that. That's it for cash. Let's check in with the board. Well, we know what the board are feeling at the moment. They are delighted. High on confidence. The finances are finally satisfied again. That's good. Despite those little dalliances with debt in May and June. June was because we activated the boost for the design center. I can't remember why it was May. I think May was because we signed. Who was it? Was it because we signed? What's his name? No. Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe we signed him right at the end of the month. Marcus Dudley. How are we doing with our finances against the cost cap? Just out of curiosity. Doesn't say. Oh, here we go. Yes, it's right there. Look, cost cap remaining 76 million. So we've got plenty of money left in our cost cap. That's a spare front wing. And that is a set for Spa. So there we go. There is the Drivers' Championship after another Grand Prix that's gone pretty well for us. Leclerc leads from Hamilton to Ferraris are looking very, very dangerous this year. Ocon is close by in third place. McLaren's are slipping a little bit. Giovinazzi is arguably doing slightly better than Perez was doing, but not by much. And Ferrari are running away with the Constructors' Championship. McLaren looking strong for second. RB only really in third because of Ocon. And if Ocon, his form dips, they will be in trouble. Mercedes fourth, RB fifth. We are sixth. And pretty healthy in sixth as well. We're a long way clear now of Haas. So it's been a very, very productive race for us. And our drivers are looking very, very happy. We'll check out their stats at the start of the next stream. Hopefully, I will be streaming tomorrow. But, as I say, I've got decorators. I've got decorators coming tomorrow to paint the house after all the installation of plastering that was done a couple of weeks back. So I don't know how many days they're going to be here, because there's a lot of rooms to do. There's my room, the room opposite me, the 2 rooms below me, the stairs on my floor and the floor below, and the front room as well. So a lot of painting that needs to get done. I don't know whether my room is going to be accessible. So hopefully I'll be streaming tomorrow. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I will let you know in advance, or as advanced notice as I can, on the community tab tomorrow, if there won't be a stream. But assume that there will be one. The usual time, 8 p.m. UK time. Not going to do a spooky stream for Halloween, but I will be streaming Dead Space on Twitch once I get the new PC, which will be a few weeks. So we'll kind of push it back a month, I suppose, to do the Dead Space stream. But yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, please do drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing as well. And I will see you all with some more F1 Manager very soon.